Ladies and gentlemen, life is not meant to be easy. From the moment we are born, we are handed challenges, some small, some enormous. Every obstacle we face, every setback we encounter is not a punishment. It is an opportunity, a test of our strength, patience, and determination. Life often presents us with situations that are uncomfortable, challenging, and even painful. From the very first day we enter this world, we are met with obstacles, some small, some overwhelming. It is easy to wish for life to be smooth, to dream of a path free from difficulty. But the truth is that struggle is not the enemy, struggle is a teacher. When you embrace struggle, you begin to see life differently. You start to understand that every hardship, every moment of discomfort, carries with it a hidden lesson, a hidden opportunity. It is through struggle that we discover the depth of our resilience, the strength of our character, and the power of our determination. Many people run from difficulty. They avoid challenges, they shy away from discomfort, and they dream of success without paying the price of effort. But success that comes without struggle is fleeting, shallow, and unsatisfying. True achievement is born from the grind, from the countless moments when we refuse to give up despite the odds. Every challenge you face is a chance to grow, to evolve, to stretch beyond what you thought was possible. When you embrace struggle, you stop seeing obstacles as enemies and start seeing them as opportunities to become a better version of yourself. Struggle is universal. Every successful person, no matter their field, has faced trials, setbacks, and difficulties. The difference is not that they avoided hardship, it is that they chose to face it, to learn from it, and to persist. Embracing struggle requires courage. It requires the willingness to step into uncertainty, to take risks, and to endure discomfort with faith that the effort will be worth it. It is in these moments of struggle that our character is forged. Each obstacle you overcome adds a layer of strength, a layer of wisdom, and a layer of confidence that can never be taken away. The mind often wants to avoid struggle. It seeks comfort, safety, and the easy path. But comfort zones are prisons. They limit potential and prevent growth. Embracing struggle means stepping out of the familiar, confronting fears, and facing the unknown. It means accepting that pain, difficulty, and failure are part of the journey, and that each of these experiences is shaping you into someone stronger and more capable. The more you accept struggle, the less it controls you. You begin to face challenges with composure, clarity, and courage, knowing that each moment of difficulty is temporary, but the growth it brings is permanent. Struggle also teaches humility and patience. It reminds you that you are not invincible, that life is bigger than your desires, and that true mastery requires effort over time. When you embrace struggle, you cultivate resilience, the ability to withstand setbacks without losing focus, without losing hope. You learn that progress is not always immediate, that success is not always visible, and that the journey is as important as the destination. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone, every difficulty becomes a teacher, and every setback becomes a preparation for future triumph. When you begin to embrace struggle, your perspective on life changes completely. You no longer see life as unfair or cruel when difficulties arise. Instead, you see life as a series of opportunities to grow, to learn, and to rise. You realize that each challenge is a test, not to break you, but to shape you. Struggle becomes less frightening because you understand that it is temporary, purposeful, and transformative. You stop waiting for life to be easy and start stepping forward with courage, knowing that the difficulties you face today are the foundation for the victories you will experience tomorrow. Fear is one of the most powerful forces in life. It can hold us back, stop us from pursuing our dreams, and convince us that we are weaker than we truly are. Yet fear is not a sign of weakness, it is a signal. It is your mind's way of alerting you to the unknown, to the unfamiliar, and to the opportunities that lie just beyond your comfort zone. To live fully, to achieve your highest potential, you must learn to face fear head-on. Avoiding fear only allows it to grow. It thrives in the shadows of hesitation, doubt, and inaction. The more you run from fear, the stronger it becomes, until it begins to dictate the choices you make, the risks you take, and the life you live. Facing fear requires courage, but it is a courage that grows with action. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is moving forward despite it. Each time you confront a fear, no matter how small, you weaken its hold over you. You discover that fear is often exaggerated in your mind, that the things you imagine to be impossible are often manageable once you take the first step. Fear loses its power when you shine the light of awareness and action on it. The moment you decide to confront what scares you, you step into a place of growth, transformation, and empowerment. Fear often comes dressed as doubt, uncertainty, or insecurity. It whispers lies that tell you that you are not ready, not good enough, or not capable. These whispers are not truths, they are challenges. They are the mind's way of testing your commitment, your determination, and your belief in yourself. To face fear head on, you must recognize these lies for what they are. You must choose to act despite the trembling in your heart, despite the questions in your mind, and despite the uncertainty of the outcome. The more you do this, the more fear becomes a teacher rather than a barrier. Life does not reward the cautious or the timid. It rewards those who step into the unknown with boldness and faith. Facing fear is not about being reckless. It is about being intentional, aware, and willing to move forward even when the path is unclear. Every time you take action despite fear, you expand your limits, you grow stronger, and you gain confidence. You realize that fear is not a wall, but a door that, once opened, leads to new opportunities, new experiences, and new levels of achievement. Fear also teaches patience and persistence. It reminds you that growth does not happen overnight, and that progress often requires confronting discomfort repeatedly. The first time you face a fear may be difficult, but each subsequent encounter becomes easier. Each time you step into the discomfort, you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are resilient, and that you can handle more than you imagined. Over time, fear loses its ability to paralyze you, and instead becomes a compass, guiding you toward the areas of life that will help you grow the most. When you face fear head on, you transform not just your actions, but your mindset. You no longer see fear as an obstacle, but as a challenge to rise above. You begin to understand that fear exists to push you toward growth, to expand your courage, and to prepare you for greater responsibilities and achievements. The more you practice facing fear, the more freedom you experience, the freedom to act, to dream, and to pursue your goals without being controlled by doubt. Fear becomes a companion in your journey, not a tyrant, and you learn that the life you desire is always on the other side of fear. Failure is often seen as something to avoid, something shameful, or something that defines our worth. But the truth is, failure is one of life's greatest teachers. Every failure carries a lesson, every setback contains wisdom, and every disappointment offers an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. When you learn from failure, you begin to understand that it is not the opposite of success. It is a crucial part of the journey toward it. The fear of failing stops many people from even trying, but those who achieve greatness understand that failure is unavoidable, necessary, and invaluable. Failure exposes the areas where improvement is needed. It shines a light on weaknesses, gaps in knowledge, and habits that may be holding you back. It is uncomfortable, yes, but it is also honest. Life does not lie, it shows you the truth about your choices, your actions, and your results. By paying attention to what failure teaches, you gain clarity on what must be changed, what must be refined, and what must be approached differently. Learning from failure means shifting your perspective from seeing it as an endpoint to seeing it as feedback, guidance, and a stepping stone toward your goals. Many people let failure define them, but those who learn from it use it to redefine themselves. They see every setback as an opportunity to grow stronger, to become wiser, and to rise higher. Failure becomes a mirror, reflecting not just where they went wrong, but also revealing their potential for resilience and creativity. It challenges them to adapt, to innovate, and to push beyond their comfort zones. The more you embrace failure as a teacher, the less fear it holds over you, and the more confidence you gain to pursue your dreams with determination and courage. Failure also builds character. It teaches patience, humility, and perseverance. When you fail, you confront your limitations, face your weaknesses, and grapple with your emotions. This struggle molds you into someone who is not only capable of handling success, but is also strong enough to navigate the challenges that come with it. Those who avoid failure miss out on this transformative process. Success without struggle, without lessons learned from failure, is fragile. It can be easily shaken by the first real challenge because it was not built on a foundation of resilience. The path to success is rarely linear. It is filled with twists, turns, obstacles, and setbacks. Learning from failure allows you to navigate this path with wisdom and strategy. Each time you stumble, you gain insight into what works, what doesn't, and what adjustments are necessary. You develop problem-solving skills, adaptability, and a mindset that is focused not on avoiding mistakes, but on mastering the process. The more you embrace failure, the more fearless you become, because you understand that mistakes are not threats, they are opportunities to rise, improve, and achieve. Failure also teaches you to value persistence. It reminds you that nothing worth achieving comes easily, and that success is earned through repeated effort, trial, and perseverance. Those who learn from failure understand that one setback does not define them, that one mistake does not determine their worth, and that the journey itself holds the keys to growth and mastery. Every failure becomes a building block, every setback becomes a lesson, and every disappointment becomes a motivation to try again with greater wisdom, courage, and clarity. When you begin to embrace failure as a teacher, your approach to life transforms. You take risks with confidence, knowing that even if you fall, you will rise stronger. You no longer fear mistakes, you welcome them as guides. You understand that each failure carries a lesson, and each lesson brings you closer to the life, success, and purpose you desire. Failure becomes not a barrier, but a bridge that connects you to your highest potential and to the extraordinary achievements that lie ahead. Believing in yourself is the cornerstone of every success story. Without self-belief, even the most talented, capable, or hardworking individuals struggle to achieve their true potential. Life constantly tests your confidence, presenting situations that challenge your abilities, question your decisions, and sometimes even make you doubt your worth. In those moments, the only thing that can carry you forward is the unwavering belief in your own capabilities. Belief in yourself is not arrogance, nor is it blind optimism. It is the deep, inner knowing that you are capable of rising above challenges, overcoming obstacles, and achieving the goals you set for yourself. Many people allow external opinions, failures, or criticism to shape their self-perception. They let doubt creep in, convincing them that they are not enough or that their dreams are unrealistic. But the truth is, other people's limitations and judgments do not define your potential. What defines you is your belief in your own abilities, your willingness to take action, and your determination to persevere when faced with adversity. Believing in yourself means trusting your instincts, honoring your decisions, and standing firm in the face of doubt. It is the inner voice that says, "I can," even when everything around you seems to say, "You cannot." Belief in yourself fuels action. Without belief, fear and hesitation take control. You may have the knowledge, skills, and resources to achieve greatness, but without the confidence to act, these assets remain untapped. When you truly believe in yourself, you take risks, step into the unknown, and pursue opportunities that others may avoid. You understand that setbacks are not signals to stop, but challenges to navigate, and you approach each obstacle with the mindset that you are capable of overcoming it. This self-belief transforms potential into achievement and dreams into reality. Believing in yourself also fosters resilience. Life is unpredictable, and failures, rejections, and disappointments are inevitable. When you have faith in your own abilities, you recover more quickly from setbacks. You do not let temporary failures define you or dictate the course of your life. Instead, you use them as lessons, refining your approach and growing stronger. The stronger your belief in yourself, the more unstoppable you become, because you know that no external circumstance can diminish the power that comes from within. Self-belief inspires others as well. When you carry confidence in your abilities, it creates an energy that draws people toward you, opens doors, and encourages collaboration. People are naturally attracted to those who believe in themselves because it reflects certainty, courage, and clarity. Your belief can also serve as a source of inspiration for others, showing them that success is not reserved for a chosen few, but for anyone willing to trust themselves and take decisive action. Believing in yourself requires daily practice and reinforcement. Doubts and insecurities may arise repeatedly, but each time you choose to trust your abilities, your self-confidence strengthens. Surround yourself with positivity, affirm your capabilities, and celebrate small victories along the way. Understand that belief is not static. It grows as you take action, learn from experiences, and prove to yourself that you are capable. The more you act with confidence, the more naturally belief in yourself becomes a part of who you are, influencing every decision, every risk, and every pursuit of your dreams. When you believe in yourself, fear loses its power. Doubt becomes temporary and manageable. Challenges no longer intimidate you because you know your capacity to rise above them. Belief transforms your mindset, allowing you to see possibilities where others see obstacles, to take bold steps where others hesitate, and to create a life that aligns with your highest potential. Belief in yourself is the fuel that drives persistence, the foundation that supports resilience, and the spark that ignites achievement. Hardship is an unavoidable part of life. Every person, no matter their background, experiences moments of difficulty, pain, and struggle. These moments can feel overwhelming, unfair, or even unbearable at times. Yet within every hardship lies a hidden opportunity, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The key is not to avoid hardship, but to face it, to understand it, and to transform it into strength. Hardship tests your limits, challenges your patience, and pushes you beyond the boundaries of your comfort zone. Those who learn to turn hardship into strength are the ones who rise above adversity and achieve greatness. Many people see hardship as a burden, a punishment, or a reason to give up. They allow difficulties to defeat them, to sap their confidence, and to diminish their drive. But hardship is not meant to break you, it is meant to build you. Every challenge you face carries lessons that cannot be learned in comfort. Every obstacle you overcome leaves behind a residue of strength, courage, and determination. When you shift your perspective and see hardship as an opportunity rather than a setback, you begin to unlock your true potential. Hardship teaches resilience. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much you plan or prepare, challenges will arise. When you face hardship head-on, you develop the mental and emotional strength to navigate future difficulties with composure. You learn that setbacks are temporary, that struggles are a part of growth, and that the human spirit is capable of enduring far more than you ever imagined. Each time you overcome a difficult situation, you become more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes next, and that confidence becomes a source of inner strength that cannot be shaken. Hardship also reveals your character. When life is easy, it is simple to appear strong and capable. But it is in moments of struggle that true character is revealed. How you respond to adversity, how you treat others during difficult times, and how you maintain faith in yourself and your abilities all reflect who you truly are. Those who turn hardship into strength understand that challenges are not punishments, they are tests of character. They approach obstacles with patience, perseverance, and courage, knowing that the way they respond today shapes the person they will become tomorrow. Adversity teaches valuable life skills. It cultivates problem-solving abilities, resourcefulness, and creativity. When faced with hardship, you are forced to think differently, to innovate, and to find solutions that you may not have discovered otherwise. Hardship stretches the mind, challenges assumptions, and expands your capacity to adapt. The strength gained from enduring difficulties is not just physical or emotional, it is also intellectual. You become wiser, more capable, and better prepared to navigate the complexities of life. Turning hardship into strength also requires mindset. You must consciously choose to see difficulties as opportunities for growth rather than as threats. It requires shifting your focus from what is lost, broken, or painful to what can be learned, gained, and strengthened. This mindset transforms the way you approach life. Instead of fearing challenges, you welcome them. Instead of resisting struggle, you embrace it as a necessary part of the journey. This shift in perception allows you to transform obstacles into stepping stones and adversity into empowerment. When you master the ability to turn hardship into strength, life becomes less intimidating. Challenges no longer paralyze you, setbacks no longer discourage you, and failures no longer define you. You develop an inner fortress of resilience, courage, and determination that supports you through every difficulty. Hardship becomes not an enemy, but a mentor, not a limitation, but a catalyst for growth. Through this process, you discover the extraordinary power that resides within you, the power to rise, endure, and triumph against all odds. Life constantly presents challenges, some expected, some completely unforeseen. These challenges test our patience, our courage, and our determination. They come in many forms: personal struggles, professional setbacks, emotional pain, or situations that feel entirely out of our control. The way we respond to these challenges determines the trajectory of our lives. Those who rise above challenges do not allow circumstances to define them. They understand that difficulties are temporary, that obstacles are part of the journey, and that true strength comes from the ability to persevere, adapt, and overcome. Rising above challenges begins with perspective. It is easy to feel defeated when faced with adversity, to focus on what is going wrong, or to dwell on obstacles that seem insurmountable. But those who succeed see challenges differently. They view every obstacle as a test of their abilities, an opportunity to learn, and a chance to grow stronger. They understand that challenges are not meant to stop them. They are meant to push them, shape them, and prepare them for the next level of achievement. By changing how you see challenges, you change how you respond to them, and your response determines your results. One of the most important qualities needed to rise above challenges is resilience. Life will knock you down, that is inevitable. But resilience is the ability to get back up, to continue moving forward despite setbacks, and to refuse to let temporary failures define your life. Resilient people do not waste time blaming others or regretting circumstances beyond their control. Instead, they focus on what they can do, what steps they can take, and how they can turn adversity into advantage. Each time you rise after a fall, you reinforce your ability to face future challenges with confidence and courage. Rising above challenges also requires action. Challenges are not overcome by wishing, hoping, or waiting for circumstances to improve on their own. They are overcome by taking decisive steps, making tough decisions, and committing to consistent effort. Even small actions matter. Every step you take to confront a challenge is a step toward mastery, growth, and eventual success. Taking action, even when fear or doubt is present, is what separates those who achieve from those who remain stuck. Momentum is created by movement, and every challenge is an opportunity to build momentum toward your goals. Challenges also teach adaptability. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned, and unexpected obstacles demand flexibility and creativity. Rising above challenges requires the ability to adjust your approach, think critically, and find new ways to move forward when the old ways no longer work. This adaptability strengthens not only your problem-solving skills, but also your confidence, because you learn that no matter what happens, you can find a way to overcome it. Challenges become lessons in innovation, perseverance, and resourcefulness. Another critical element is mindset. Your mindset determines whether a challenge becomes a roadblock or a stepping stone. Those who rise above challenges cultivate a mindset of growth, possibility, and determination. They focus on solutions rather than problems, opportunities rather than obstacles, and progress rather than perfection. They do not allow temporary discomfort to cloud their vision or distract them from their purpose. Instead, they maintain clarity, focus, and unwavering belief in their ability to navigate any situation. Rising above challenges also inspires others. When people see you confront difficulty with strength, courage,